King Solomon is an intriguing figure because the Bible makes so many claims about him, controlling vast amounts of territory.
For centuries, the location of King Solomon's tomb has been one of history's greatest mysteries. Countless expeditions have failed, and whispers of its existence grew fainter and fainter with time. But now archaeologists have finally uncovered it.
We'll meet two archaeologists who are digging up parts of David's life.
And what they've found supports the biblical accounts, down to the smallest details.
And what they found inside will leave you stunned. Buried alongside the legendary king, a lost biblical relic has been found, which was hidden away for millennia. But what is that biblical relic, and why was it kept secret for so long? Could this artifact hold the key to unlocking the tomb of Solomon, which has remained locked and hidden for thousands of years? The mystery of King Solomon's tomb. King Solomon, his name alone carries the weight of ancient legend. A king whose wisdom was unparalleled, whose wealth was unmatched, and whose influence shaped the course of history. But when the greatest king of ancient Israel died, he left behind not just a kingdom, but a mystery that has confounded historians and archaeologists for centuries. Where is his tomb? Despite numerous expeditions and intense searches, no one was able to pinpoint its exact location. That is, until recent discoveries have hinted at a shocking possibility: the tomb may have finally been found. But why does this tomb hold such significance? What's so important about finding it? It's not just about the potential treasure buried with him, it's what the tomb represents. The connection to a man whose influence and legacy shaped not only ancient Israel, but the entire course of history. Solomon wasn't just a king, he was the embodiment of Israel's golden age. His wisdom was legendary, his wealth unmatched. His reign brought prosperity and peace, and his decisions still echo in the teachings and traditions of today. But there was more to Solomon than wealth and wisdom. He was said to possess supernatural powers, abilities that blurred the lines between the human and the divine. Legends tell that Solomon could communicate with animals, control spirits, and command the forces of nature. His power was so immense that he was believed to have the ability to speak to the wind, control demons, and even command vast armies of supernatural creatures. These feats, often described in the Talmud and other ancient texts, have only added to the mystery surrounding his life and death. And despite his monumental achievements, the place where he was laid to rest remains an enigma. And that mystery in itself has become one of the most tantalizing puzzles of all time. So, who was King Solomon? He was the son of King David, who inherited a kingdom that was at its peak, ruling over a united Israel around the 10th century BCE. His reign was marked by peace, prosperity, and, of course, wisdom. Stories from the Bible tell of Solomon's unrivaled intellect, from his famous judgment of the two women who claimed to be the mother of a child, to his countless proverbs that continue to influence cultures to this day. Solomon's reputation for wisdom was not just a matter of clever sayings. He built alliances and established a reign that ensured Israel's dominance in the region. But it wasn't just stories or proverbs that cemented Solomon's place in history, it was his actions. He built the first temple in Jerusalem, a majestic structure that became the beating heart of Jewish worship. The temple also became a home to a sacred relic believed to house the very presence of God. But after Solomon's death, around 931 BCE, everything began to unravel. The kingdom he built was split into two: Israel in the north and Judah in the south. And while Solomon's reign had been one of prosperity, his death left the kingdom in turmoil. The Bible says Solomon was buried in the city of David in Jerusalem, but the exact spot where his tomb lies was kept a mystery. The search for it led archaeologists down countless paths, but every lead turned cold, every theory more far-fetched than the last. Could he be buried somewhere deep under the Temple Mount, or hidden in a secret chamber, waiting for someone to stumble upon it? Discovery of a lost biblical relic. For centuries, archaeologists, historians, and treasure hunters have searched for the elusive tomb of King Solomon. The search has spanned nations and generations, with countless expeditions launched in pursuit of the final resting place of one of the most influential kings in history. Many believe that Solomon's tomb was hidden deep within the heart of Jerusalem, or perhaps even beneath the Temple Mount itself. But despite the extensive efforts, the tomb remained a mystery, with every lead eventually turning cold. From British explorers in the 19th century to modern-day archaeologists, each one faced the same daunting question. Could it be that King Solomon's final resting place is lost to history forever? Yet, as the search for Solomon's tomb continued, something far more extraordinary and unexpected was uncovered. The Ark of the Covenant, the holy relic believed to house the very presence of God, which I mentioned earlier. But did this discovery solve the mystery? No. It only raised more questions than answers. How did the Ark, an artifact thought to be lost to time, end up hidden away? And why was it buried in the first place? The Ark of the Covenant is one of the most famous and mysterious objects in biblical history. Described in the Hebrew Bible as a gold-covered wooden chest, it contained the tablets of the law, the 10 Commandments. For centuries, it was considered the most sacred object in Judaism, carried by the Israelites through their exodus from Egypt and later housed in the Holy of Holies in Solomon's temple. It was thought to be the very dwelling place of God, a divine symbol that ensured Israel's safety and victory in battle. What's truly astonishing is that God himself gave exact instructions on how to build the ark. In the book of Exodus, Moses was told to craft it from acacia wood, overlaying it with pure gold inside and out. Its precise measurements were laid out: 2.5 cubits long, 1.5 cubits wide, and 1.5 cubits high. The ark was topped with a mercy seat, solid gold, with 2 cherubim facing each other, their wings spread over the lid. Inside, it held the stone tablets of the 10 Commandments, a constant reminder of the covenant between God and his people. But what if the ark was more than just a religious relic? While it's often thought of as a holy relic, some believe it may have been something much more, perhaps even a weapon of divine destruction. There are accounts in the Bible where the ark's mere presence brought devastation to enemies and miraculous victories to the Israelites. Take, for instance, the Battle of Jericho. The Israelites, led by Joshua, marched around the heavily fortified city of Jericho with the Ark of the Covenant carried at the front of the procession. For 6 days, they silently circled the walls, but on the 7th day, they sounded their trumpets, and the walls of Jericho came crashing down. The presence of the ark, believed to carry the very power of God, was said to have caused the supernatural destruction of the city. Then there's the story of the Philistines who captured the ark during a battle with the Israelites. The ark was placed in the temple of their god Dagon as a symbol of their victory. But the following morning, the Philistines found the idol of Dagon fallen face down before the ark. The next day, Dagon's head and hands had been broken off. But that was just the beginning. After they brought the ark into their land, the Philistines began to experience a series of devastating plagues, from tumors to rats. In a panic, they returned the ark to Israel, realizing that it was no ordinary relic but a force that brought destruction to those who sought to control it. So was it really just a religious artifact, or could it have been a weapon hidden away to prevent its immense power from falling into the wrong hands? The answer to these questions lies in seeing who wanted the ark and why. You see, over the centuries, almost everyone has tried to find and take the ark. From the ancient Israelites to foreign kings and invaders, everyone has dreamed of wielding its mysterious power. But what made it so desirable? What was it about this ancient relic that drew so many to seek it out, from the past to the present? The Ark of the Covenant was the very embodiment of God's covenant with Israel. For centuries, it was kept in the Holy of Holies within Solomon's temple, the sacred heart of Jewish worship. After Solomon's passing, the ark remained in the temple, where it symbolized divine presence and power. But when the temple was destroyed, the ark mysteriously disappeared from the historical record. The city of Jerusalem would never be the same again, and with the destruction of Solomon's temple, the ark's vanishing became one of the greatest unanswered questions in history. In 586 BCE, the Babylonians, led by King Nebuchadnezzar II, besieged and destroyed Jerusalem. The first temple was reduced to rubble, looted by invaders who took everything of value. But strangely, the Ark of the Covenant was not in the list of spoils. So where did it go? What happened to the Ark of the Covenant? There are numerous theories, each more mysterious than the last. One theory suggests that King Josiah, aware of the looming Babylonian threat, ordered the ark to be hidden somewhere deep within the Temple Mount. This theory has gained traction among certain Jewish traditions, which claim that the Ark was buried in a secret chamber, waiting to be revealed at a time when Israel would be restored. Another theory comes from the book of 2 Maccabees, a lesser-known biblical text. It suggests that the prophet Jeremiah foresaw the Babylonian invasion and hid the Ark in a cave on Mount Nebo, far from the reach of the invading forces. He instructed that its location remain a secret until God gathers his people once more. And according to this theory, the Ark might be hidden in some remote cave, waiting to be discovered by those worthy enough to unlock its power. Then there's the suggestion that the Ark was taken to Babylon during the conquest. While historical records don't explicitly confirm this, the idea still makes sense. Perhaps it was looted, just like the other sacred items, and brought to the empire of Nebuchadnezzar, though no definitive evidence has ever surfaced. But then there's another possibility, that the Ark was lost or destroyed during the chaos of the period following the temple's destruction. But could such a powerful and sacred artifact have simply vanished into history with no surviving trace? The truth remains elusive, and so the legend endures. Over the centuries, countless legends and claims have emerged, each proposing a new location for the Ark, adding even more complexity to the puzzle. In Ethiopia, the Ethiopian Orthodox Church has long maintained that the Ark was brought to their country by Menelik I, the son of Solomon and the Queen of Sheba. According to this account, it was hidden away in the Church of St. Mary of Zion in Axum, guarded by a single monk who is said to be the only person allowed to lay eyes on it. The Limba people of Zimbabwe and South Africa also claim to possess a sacred object called the Ngoma Lungundu, which some believe is a replica of the Ark of the Covenant. Genetic studies have shown that the Limba people share Middle Eastern ancestry, lending some credibility to their oral traditions. Legends also suggest the Ark may have been taken to Rome or Ireland, though these claims lack substantial evidence. Some believe the mercy seat of the Ark was kept in the Basilica of St. John Lateran in Rome, only to be lost during the city's sackings. Closer to the ancient lands of Israel, some suggest that the Ark was hidden in various remote locations across the Middle East, in caves, remote sanctuaries, or even deep within the desert, away from the reach of invaders. But even with all these theories, one question remains unanswered. What exactly is the Ark of the Covenant, and why is everyone so desperate to find it? Why have so many claimed to possess it, and why has the search for this ancient relic captivated the world for centuries? A holy relic or a weapon of mass destruction? Over the years, many have speculated that the Ark of the Covenant is not just a religious artifact, but a powerful weapon, perhaps a doomsday device created by divine forces. Some believe it holds destructive powers beyond comprehension, capable of mass annihilation or even reshaping reality, with theories fueled by ancient texts and mysterious reports that suggest the Ark is more than just a box of wood and stone. But is the Ark truly a weapon? To explain this, we need to look at the strange and unsettling events that seem to hint at a much deeper mystery. We all know that the idea of UFOs and the Ark of the Covenant doesn't exactly make sense, but what if I told you that UFOs might actually be searching for the Ark too? Sounds crazy, right? But it's not as impossible as it seems. Over the years, UFO sightings, particularly near nuclear test sites and military facilities, have shown that if alien life does exist, they are quite interested in humanity's nuclear weapons. For example, in 1947, a UFO was reported hovering over the atomic test site in the Nevada desert. In the 1960s, UFOs were seen near the Soviet Union's nuclear testing grounds. Most chilling, however, is the 1967 sighting at Malmstrom Air Force Base in Montana, where UFOs reportedly interfered with nuclear missile systems, rendering them temporarily inoperative. These UFO sightings seem to suggest that extraterrestrials are interested in humanity's most destructive weapon, our nuclear arsenal. But why would aliens be so focused on Earth's nuclear weapons? Why? Because nuclear weapons are man-made weapons of mass destruction, something extraterrestrials may find concerning. These weapons are humanity's ultimate doomsday machine, a technology capable of wiping out life on Earth. If extraterrestrial beings are observing us, they may be concerned about our capacity for self-destruction. And considering this, it's no surprise that aliens might also be searching for the Ark of the Covenant, because it is, after all, known to be God's doomsday weapon. And there's proof. On January 28, 2011, a mysterious UFO was spotted above the Dome of the Rock in Jerusalem, one of the holiest sites in the world. A strange, shiny object was seen hovering above the Al-Aqsa compound, emitting a bright light before speeding away into the sky as if searching for something. What could it have been searching for? The most credible theories suggest the UFO may have been searching for the Ark of the Covenant, along with other powerful relics like the menorah, the tablets of the law, or even the crown of Solomon. Jerusalem has long been regarded not just as a religious hub, but as a city full of hidden secrets, secrets that could hold unimaginable power. And if these sacred relics are hidden somewhere in the city, it means that the answers to some of history's greatest mysteries lie just beneath its surface, perhaps even the location of King Solomon's long-lost tomb. So what do you think? Could the Ark of the Covenant be more than just a religious relic? Is its power really as dangerous as some believe? And if it's still out there, what could it mean for the world today? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed this mystery, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more incredible stories. Thanks for watching.